they're all going to be in the spawn. So there you go. That's their positions named as well. But either way, we are going to have a decent amount of utility purchased up by the T side, who are looking to just bombard their way, at least initially it looked like that, into the B side. But it's actually going to be a switch up, potentially a mid to B. Now, this is a map where both teams currently, in the last 3 months, have a 50% win rate. A lot of the losses of Fnatic are from EG, who've proven to be a very good Dust 2 team. Vitality G2, again, the French team has been renowned for their Dust 2. So I'm interested to see if this is actually going to be a pick for MIBR, I suppose, because it does feel like it can go either way.
They're doing Tour de Dust 2 at the minute. It's an absolute marathon. They've gone down through lower, out through mid, back up through mid towards top mid. They found the kill on towards the bomb shot. You know what? It doesn't matter. They've got the kill, and it looks like maybe now they're going to go back round to B. It really is Tour de Dust 2.
Well, Lucas is on A site. This is so confusing. Like, there's so many positions which, if you actually look at this round, make no sense.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Like, Crims is just kind of the man just hiding in the back. He needs to do something very impressive. And that's it. That is what he needed to do. If he gets himself a couple, Lucas is going to be able to trade onto Brolin, still leaving this all onto Crims. He's the man with the majority of the work to do. Tags down Taco at least a little bit, who doesn't have any armor. There's two players who love their pistols. The dancing queen of Crims has managed to stay alive that a little bit longer. They're still trying to kill him. How's he still alive? As Golden even saves him at the end. Yeah, you twiddle that knife around. I have no idea how you didn't die.
That's madness.
I imagine that being like the scene in Ali G, where there's just
shooting around
all
him.
around him, and there's just like an imprint on the wall. Because, like, literally, while he's in this corner, there's like 10 bullets shot at him, and he only he goes down to 1 HP.
Slaps are both down, just goes, respect. Rough. Wow. A round that looked like it was MIBR's for the taking. I don't even know. They just got hit by the absolute storm that is Crims towards long. The one play that could dismantle them, and he did.
And the worry for them is that I don't think we've seen anywhere near the best from Crims. Like, anywhere near it. So if he now gets off to a flying start, I think they'd actually be screwed. Like, Flush has been really good. And we've seen some big rounds coming out from JW, Golden as well. Like, and again, in the last map, Brolin didn't even play that well, and he can be someone to take over a map, so could be troublesome times coming, but it's only one round gone, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
It's a good start, though, for Fnatic. If you're just joining us, they're one map up in the series. They won Inferno. We're now on Dust 2. This is an elimination match as well, so if you lose this, you are going home. And Crims is trying to send them home. Gets the first frag as Lucas will be eliminated. Golden's good for 2, good for 3 on the follow-up as he will claim the hat trick. It's all down to KNG. That's probably just going to get converted into cash for Brolin.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. A pistol round that probably should have gone the other way, and then a flawless second round. Of course, normally we're going into a scenario where you go, hey, that was a flawless round, so that probably means that MIBR didn't spend anything. They're going to go into this one with a buy. No, that was a pretty big investment from them. That was all their money gone. So they now come in with the extra 2,400 loss bonus that they get in that round. And in the next, they'll have basically a full buy. But by that point, realistically, we should have seen a buffer build for Fnatic.
Ooh. The HE towards top mid, up by Palm Tree. There's a fair bit of splash damage on towards Taco. This is a much more fast-paced round from MIBR. They're sprinting their way towards A, but they are being annihilated by everyone on Fnatic.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Crims, another triple kill for him. Gets up to 7 kills already, and well, there's only been 3 on the other side, and I'm pretty sure all of those were in the pistol round. So, as mentioned, this is the buffer for the CT side. They didn't have to use too many nades there, so you can see the purchase up. The most spent is $1,300, so they're going to have a flawless buy going into the next round. So this is a rare case where you now have a bonus round still in Counter-Strike for Fnatic. So we'll see what MIBR are going to be able to do. JW Scout looks awesome. I don't even know what one that is. Risky from Crims, but it pays off. Could he get the second player as well? Not quite. Fur finally puts him to the deck, but in the meantime, Brolin has got aggressive and also retrieved a rifle. Something that they had few and far between, and to turn this into a 3v3 and get down to, well, a scout and a couple of rifles, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's an equal situation into round 4. JW, as you said, a very tasty looking scout. There's a bit of a bad boy. Can he wield it to such a high proficiency? Of course he can. He's JW. Taco, gone. One bite is all it takes to devour that boy. And now there's only a duo remaining from MIBR, but they are damn dastardly. So proficient with these Kalashnikovs and Kriegs. They're making their move up towards the site. The double molly forces JW back. There's one of their own for good measure to try and stop the push from the cross as they'll slow down this round. MIBR stuck as they push. They go straight into JW and they are being devoured.
Yeah, they don't even have a smoke anymore. KMG's just into the open and yeah, that's it. Round done. JW with some tasty scout shots. Not going to be able to retrieve a lot of the weaponry, but that doesn't really matter too much. They've got so much money now. They win the bonus round. They keep 2 players alive. Flusher, just doing Flusher things. He had about 8 grand, maybe even 9 grand going into this round, and he buys an MP9. Not happy. Always looking for the dollar. And on the other side, just a few pistols. Now, we have seen the Deagles be ridiculously effective throughout this series so far. Can MIBR recreate a little bit of magic?
They've all been so strong with them up to this point. Inferno had probably some of the most equal frags we've seen over the course of the entire tournament so far, as everyone was popping off with them. Taco trying to do what he did there once again now, but can't really find himself a nice open. They have got the side control. They've all been able to swarm across, but there's no kills on Fnatic yet. And they're doing damage across the board, softening up everyone that comes to fight.
How is JW getting away with this? So many shots and coming in from behind now. He bought so much time. They didn't even have enough time to plant the bomb just because of what he was doing. I do feel like they could have got it down behind the box, at least, but decided they wanted a better after plant, which is understandable for MIBR, but I felt like in a round where you don't really have that much to go on anyway, I think just get the bomb down and try and work off the time, because that almost came too easy for Fnatic, because it took so long to try and kill JW that in the end, they're sat in a position where they don't have time to get the bomb down. Now, he's on $11,000 because he hasn't had to buy anything since the scout in the second round. Yeah, 10-1 for Crims. As said, like, he has been quiet for Crims. That's what I'm going to call it. Because I don't think he's been, like, terrible, like, not fragging at all. But he's not been Crims. He's not been himself. And the fact that he's got off to such a flying start has set Fnatic up wonderfully with this 5-0 lead.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge way to start things off on Dust 2. The dream scenario for them. For Fur, he's just going to be lurking and hoping for some overconfidence, some over-aggression from Fnatic here, so they make the first mistake. JW won't be pushing, he has the scout. Oh, the Flusher might. Molotov goes out, forces Fur back, and they start to establish control towards long.
It's actually quite funny to me that Flusher just keeps buying an MP9. Like, and is so successful with it as well.
Well, it can be damn lethal, and he's been showing that the entire time. Like, as long as you hit ahead with it, you're pretty much going to be able to just rip your way through him.
The other thing as well is we haven't actually seen a whole lot from JW either. Like, he's been hitting some nice AWP picks along the way and had a few impactful rounds, but again, statistically, not been like phenomenal by any stretch. So if Crims and JW are both going to step up their game, this could be over very quickly. And considering that we've already seen MIBR struggle on this map earlier in the tournament versus Na'Vi, it's definitely possible to be recreated. We're going to see the smoke stirring, and this is all just an elaborate ruse. There's 4 players on the B side at the moment. A complete gamble coming in from Fnatic, and it has failed miserably. And unfortunately for them, the one man that is on this side of the map has an MP9. So realistically, this should be MIBR's first round. And if they do throw this away, I think me and many others will have some serious questions.
It's all about the retake. Flusher, he's not going to be breathing very soon if he pushes out on long here. Depending on the timing as well, he could be backstabbed by Fur as he starts to head his way back up, walking along. Taco should spot him with a Krieg instantly if he does extend round the corner. Everyone else is on short, but it's not a short order. It's definitely a tall one that they have to answer to into the round. Fallen with the AWP. A lot to do here. They start to back off, Tom. They realise it's not worth it.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a massive fan of the strategy, just like stacking everyone in. I guess they do still have some weaker weaponry, and they are going to lose a couple of players, which the players they lost are actually Flusher and JW, so they're going to be buying back up with an AWP and probably a rifle now. So considering that basically Fnatic just had about 3 bonus rounds in a row and managed to just keep it going, this is not a bad situation for them at all. The T side finally have a round on the board and they keep 3 players alive, so they're at least making a little bit of extra cash. But they've got to start streaking together rounds as well. Otherwise, this is going to be a real problem for them. And this is the first time they're actually facing a full buy, which, considering we're going into round 7 and they're losing 5-1, that's mental.
This is mental. Smokes the Molotov, pushes out, gets the opening kill, as he's going to dispatch Flusher. JW trying to be bold and brash, but he has been brushed out of the situation in a matter of seconds, taken down. As they've established the long control, they can start to work their way up. The smokes do go down to at least slow it, grind it to a halt for now.
They need to do something very impressive here. You can see Golden jumping in, flying through the air, but that is going to be it. Brolin still going to hold on to the cross. It's still only a 3 versus 2. The problem is, well, one problem is that smoke. I don't know what has happened there, but that doesn't even cover off half of where they need to cross. And they don't have another one. Crims, if he can just tap away, there's possibilities here. This is a round that never should be lost. With those opening picks, it should be simplistic even. And Crims gets another! He's 14-1 at the moment, and that's 2 players facing off against someone who has 6 HP. They're so confused that they're even starting to look back in the other direction, as the bomb is going to go down on the A site, in fact. I think Fur's even going to be confused as to what's just happened here. And they're going wrapping around towards long. There's a good possibility here that Fur is not going to be expecting this. We're going to have the SG thrown over to Brolin. Crim's happy to just be cannon fodder in this scenario. And Fur's just slowly seeking out the map, trying to work out where these players have currently gone as they do look to cross. He's going to hold on to it. He should have the kill for free onto Crims. That's the first. Second going to be coming in as well. Nice work from Fur. 4 kills needed for him to win a round where I felt like that should have been done way earlier.
Yeah, great individual brilliance, though, as he can close it down. MIBR, they do pause instantly off the back of that round. A rough one to win, but still a win for them nonetheless. This was just bizarre. The fact that he was able to even find that frag as he's flying through the air. Crims doing work into the game now as well. He is perked up massively.
We are going to get a purchase at least. I don't think the AWP was even saved, so I don't think Fallen is going to have that into this round unless it's been purchased up by one of his teammates, which is a possibility. There was some extra money lying around. I think he may have just dropped the Galil back. So yeah, there's an AWP on the floor. We can see it. So that's something at least. But at the same time, any of these rounds will be enough to set back MIBR. The thing is, if they can keep doing what they've been doing, just grinding them out, just winning these clutch situations, there's still a possibility for him. There's also a chance that Crims does eventually run out of steam. But at the moment, I don't see it happening. He's just going nuts.
Up to his old tricks once again, as he fights for long. Smokes the molly, pushes out through it. Sparks a rotation from Fnatic as Flusher will deviate back, play from the site instead. He's boosted up, put into a better position. That is where the bomb is as well. Lucas currently carrying that. But they haven't committed to anything. They're just testing the waters around the map, running their default. They're actually rotating the bomb back round towards the B site as well. But Brolin rather, actually as he pushes in towards Tons, if he can find this frag, so much could be done. He gets the info, but he loses his life in the process. And this is where it could go really, really bad now.
Yeah, there is only going to be Golden here. A player in middle as well. And a bit of aggression from JW. This round is looking much better. The patience of MIBR is paying off. And they've got this completely wrong again. This is the second time we've seen a full stack in the wrong direction coming out from Fnatic. And this site is not really the one you look to retake. It does seem like they're going to try and get in there a little bit early. Golden running through with a flashbang, only able to get one. But it might set his team up a little bit better. Are they going to expect Fallen to be here? Are they even going to have to deal with Fallen, though? Because everybody's rotating through the mid position, so it does basically turn it into a 3 versus 3. A little bit late to the party. Bomb still yet to go down. Spam going in. Shot going to be missed, and the nade will, however, connect. And so does that one. So low, that gives them a way back into the round. Peek from JW. He's going to expect the player to be in that corner. However, he needs someone to get cleared out before he can really do anything, and his remaining teammates are still watching for Fallen. They're trying to work out where he's going to be. Surely Taco should have one of these kills as they go facing into the site, but he starts to get pre-fired. Both players go down. It's left all onto Fallen in the clutch. He hits the second, though. Flusher, in the meantime, needs to kill him off, and that's exactly what he will do. These rounds coming so close in the end. That was, what, a 5v4 retake from Fnatic? I don't know how they managed to do it, but they succeed.
That's absolutely crazy, Tom. Literally leaving it down to the wire. The wild opening play from Golden as well as he sprints into the site, goes 1 for 1. Everything was so perfect.
This was just sick.
Yeah, it's mad he didn't get the kill as well. Brings him down to 4 HP. And then Fallen left in a 1v1. Doesn't get more classic than that.
Oh, he gets, well, from a 1v3. I think that's what I've mentioned.
Yep.
Like, they get all entries into the site, and then Fallen almost wins it for them. Once again, this battle for long, but Golden has won it. And that's a position on this map they've had for free over the last couple of rounds, and this is loose. I think that's the best word I can use from MIBR. This is just fight after fight after fight. They almost line up for Golden. He avoids the flash. He knows the Fallen's still going to be around this angle, or at least it seemed he was. And, well, Crims just comes in, and I don't even know how many kills he's got at this point. It's starting to get silly. 17. He's 17 in 3. I want to look how many stats he's got over in the last map at least, or maybe even in the last series they played, because I just have a feeling that he has not had a map anything like this so far. So in the first map, Crims was 12 and 14. He was the bottom fragger. He's already got 17 kills. So that was in the whole map. He's done that in 9 rounds. In the last series they played, I'll have a look, and you can talk over this long rush again.
Yeah, the standard play as they sprint their way out. They're all going for actually the full 5 this time, out through long. JW. Elevated angle. Can he hit the opening shot with the orb? No. Does get the read onto Taco. Falls back towards the site. They're all going to walk up in the close wall, but they could be walking right into the jaws of defeat. Flusher, he's blind, however. He can't fight because of it. They get on towards ramp as well. Fallen, he's there trying to stay alive with just 16 HP. JW with the orb. It's going to be a little bit weird in a close angle like that, but here comes the Golden boy. Big man Golden himself. Playing around the smoke, but he won't need to do too much as Crims is doing everything! The Krieg of Crims is unbeatable!
Well, to follow up on that, so in the series he won yesterday, his highest fragging map was 23 kills.
He has 20 kills in the first 11 rounds of the game.
Yeah, well, 10.
10, yeah.
So he's definitely not had a map like this so far. Obviously, not many people have a map like this, but that is sometimes what we expect from Crims. The difference between him and even second in the server is 11. And he's still going. He's just peeked out completely blind. He's killed off Taco. This is one of those maps where Crims is utterly unstoppable. Everything he touches turns to gold. And I'm sure his in-game lead is pretty happy with that. Oh, messy from JW's. In fact, giving KNG an extra AWP. There's going to be 2 on either side, so the success of Crims has not rubbed off onto JW just yet. Still, though, let's see how they play into long. There's actually a lot of control being given over at the moment by Fnatic in this portion of the map. It's only really fair pushing, but we've seen in the couple of rounds that they managed to win, that's been enough. Flusher this time is going to be the one to get the kill. Should be a trade. I say should be. There we go. Fallen gets it. Golden hits the deck as well, and it's left all onto Brolin, who thus far, the B-side player, has had very little to do.
He's been quiet, but he hasn't been tested that much. Realizing how low the cash is, though, and the position they're actually in the grand scheme of the game, he doesn't want to risk anything. There's no point going in and throwing away that Krieg, a weapon that they can't get back into the next round if he loses it. So he will head away and save. 8-3, Tom. MIBR, they get another round. But how many can they win? How many are going to be sustainable like this?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that came off to just sheer aggression. Like, so we had, obviously, Crims initially. He wins his duel. Yep. So that one, I suppose, is a bit of a counter to everything. Then JW just misses his shot, and that's him getting owned. Then we have a re-peak where Flusher gets another kill, but also him and Crims die in return. So that's just basically Fnatic trying to just, well, what, basically like the old days, I would say, just like disrespect their opponent. Like basically say, we're going to take every position on this map that you want away. Because, what, we've only seen them go B once, I want to say? And that was just that retake that we witnessed.
The one successful round where they got the bomb down. Yeah.
Oh, or was there one more where they all gambled on the wrong direction? I can't remember. Or was that that might even be the same round? I think it was. So yeah, really haven't seen MIBR go B. I think they might be about to here. They got a very good spawn for it.
Fallen is leading the charge with an entry AWP. Does get stunned by the flashbang, so that's going to slow this wolf pack down, pushing in. Deviates them as well, back round towards lower. Crims is there. He's been so good at finding frags, but you're up against a Krieg, and it's Lucas that is in the driving seat for the weapon. He delivers hard, finds an opening frag. Crims and Flusher both gone. Fnatic, the defense, it's breaking. They're crumbling in the round. JW's left on 16 HP. Thankfully, he has an AWP.
And they're going to put pressure now onto Golden. Good flash will help him out, and they now know there's a couple of players there, but look at this push that's come in from Brolin on the other side. He's looking to try and flank in. Towards the spawn he goes. He's got to be careful. Taco's behind him, and that's a freebie for the Brazilian. Leaving it onto Golden, and they're just going to retreat away. He's aware. Going to be reloading. Can easily negate the Molotov and should be able to get into the B site before them, but they're going to flash him off. It doesn't actually catch him. He's got an opportunity here. Spots the peak, sprays one, but it's a good trade from Taco. 3 kills for him. A step up into this round at least. I want to point out that in that round, Flusher gets a kill. Now, we did not see it, but from the position he was in, I think he just pushed out long doors, and KNG was on the very left side of middle, and he kills him with an MP9. I think he gets instantly traded, but I was just looking at the distance of those two X's like after they died, and I was like, you didn't do that. Like, come on. Like, most people would like, okay, let's sneak up on him. I'll sneak up. Flush is just like, I reckon I can get that spray from here, like perfectly accurate. It wasn't even a headshot, by the way.
Yeah.
So he sprayed him down. It's finally happened, though. Fnatic, after a fantastic start to this map, started to slip away from them a little bit here. They're also back on an eco, so can't really expect much in this round of Brolin. He goes looking, and he does find out some information. This round, though, is looking decent. Crims, I don't even know if he's had a single round without a kill at this point.
He is so perked up into this game. Like, he's had his Mountain Dew amp game fuel.
At this point, he has already got more frags than in any other map he's played so far in the tournament, and we're in round 30.
It's crazy, and he's carrying on as well. The Deagle rips Lucas's head off his body.
Yeah, they're going the other way. I don't blame them. He's 23 and 5. He's matched it, I should say. He's matched the amount of kills he's got in any other map, but what would you even say at this point?
How is Crims doing this? 159 ADR, 23 kills.
The thing is, at this point, we could see an 8-7 half with him almost getting a 30 bomb.
Yeah, literally in the first half, which is just ridiculous.
It does sort of beg the question of what's going on elsewhere. There have been some close rounds won by MIBR. The times are just going to be important, and they get rid of the Krieg. That's important for them. Make sure that no one else is going to be able to have that in the next round, and it was actually a pretty big deal because the CT side economy is not particularly good.
Yeah, you also do not want to give that gun back to Crims. He's been causing some absolute atrocities with it over the course of the map so far, specifically the one round where everyone was coming up towards crossover, and just massacred 3 of them in a matter of seconds. I suppose it doesn't really matter what gun he's got, though, proving that with the pistol prowess in that round. So here's the buy. 1 AWP, 1 scout.
Okay, this does annoy me a bit. He had 5k and he bought JW an AWP when he has been the best player in the server by more than double anyone else's kills. Like, I understand that you want to sacrifice for JW. I appreciate it, but you have 23 kills in 13 rounds. Like, come on. You have to prioritize him getting it. And also, JW is banging it with the scout.
Yeah, that is true.
Let him keep his own scout.
Golden's also got an AWP out to play. He's taken that over towards the B site. He actually could be tested. It seems like he's going to have to be a very big blockade.
Wait, so how's that happen then? Why doesn't Golden have the scout? Crims have a gun, and JW have the AWP from... Okay, I'm I'm just gonna accept the fact that this is illogical and that is not the start they were looking for, but Golden's already managed to get another. He does get traded out. Roland here, as we mentioned, he's not really been tested, and well, when he is, it's only gonna be a 1-for-1. This retake is not really a possibility, so they kind of have to get in now. Get in early. Flusher is gonna be able to spray down one. He drops the bomb. More importantly, JW's quickly traded out. Peeking from Flusher again does a lot of damage, and Crim's not gonna be able to connect with the AWP. Oh! Okay, this is starting to get a little bit scary now. He hits the shot. Both players low, but so is he. 9 HP is all that's left for Crims. The bomb is in his grasp. Surely there's no way he does this. He gets the kill. Look for the second, but just about. Fallen's gonna hold on. That's unreal. Like, that's unreal that was even close.
The wall bang gets the shot off. Like, God, a milliseconds of difference could have been what saved him there, and he would have literally clutched out that entire round.
So he dropped an AWP over to JW, and he currently has 4 times the amount of kills.
Man, that's wild. Look at how close he was to shutting it down to win that round for Fnatic. That would have been a 9-5.
Oh, he's gone though. He's gone, and they have struggled without him so far. Golden, that's a nice kill with the Deke. He's actually the second man on the board. Something we'd probably be talking about if Crims wasn't banging it. He's actually getting another kill in this round. He's keeping them in it.
3-on-3. Golden waiting over by Pit. Expecting the push to come his way. JW's there. He's back on the scout. Oh, if he can land the headshots, he'll be able to absolutely own them, but he's struggling here. Overthrown by the Krieg, and it all comes down to Brolem. He's not exactly had the most impactful map. Now he's dead. 8-7. Fallen will punish. They keep it close at the end of the half. Crims, can he keep this up into the second half? We'll find out after the break. Back in with the action now. 8-7. Fnatic, a 1-round advantage at the end of the half. A scoreline that you might think means both of these teams are having a pretty average game. However, Crims is the exception to that. 24 frags to his name. He has been an absolute mad fragger the entire time.
Yeah, and Golden's actually been performing very well as well. Like, it's something we haven't highlighted too much, but he's 15-8, and the fact that this scoreline is so close just sort of shows how a lot of the rounds that Fnatic were winning were actually fairly clean, and on the other side of things, MIBR, they had to really grind through them, but they did, and that's the most important thing for them, is they've come out with a scoreline that's very respectable going on to their CT side. Roland, no, okay. Oh. It's 1 for 2. Not the best deal in the world. Especially when death's involved, you know, already. Fur getting aggressive, feeling confident. Crims looking for that push, but there's a man for him to deal with. Of course he will. Looking for a little bit more, finds a shot again. Maybe he is going to carry this on into the second half. Watching for the cross, but Fallen finally puts him down. Flusher left to clutch it out versus Taco, and Taco's going to take it. A close round once again, of course. But it is going to be that bomb going down at least. Fnatic have given themselves some extra money, and I wonder if we're going to see that early buy.
Oh, Crims still trying his damnedest. 2 kills picked up into the opener here, but it wasn't enough. 8-8, as it is all tied now going forward, meaning we are going to have a very competitive second half. MIBR, as the buyers come back in, have the M4s out to play. This was nice. The synergy on the kills that came through. The anti-flash stairs play. Short control. Just down to a T there.
Synchronized dying.
It's a new sport.
Yeah. One that I don't think Tom Daly's going to be as involved in, to be honest.
No, you can only really do it once.
Got to make it count.
Imagine if you messed it up.
That's the thing, though. At least if the judges gave you harsh scores, you'd never know.
That is true.
151 ADR, 16 rounds in. That's kind of crazy. And the thing is, you remove him as the anomaly, and everyone else's stats are kind of like back and forth. Like, it's fairly reasonable. But then you look at the scoreline, and you go, well, I don't really know how this is happening. But we are going to get that force buy-in. It's going to be Golden taking the hit, JW on his scout, which, to be fair, I think he's had most of his kills with the scout. I remember a fair few on that right near the beginning of the game, and he has not really kept it going. Let's see if he's able to do anything here. He's facing off against Fallen, who's clearly feeling confident at this point in time in this duel, and you can kind of understand it. Hasn't had too much resistance from him, at least. Also going to see Brolin potentially have a face-off against Fur, who is just trying to look into top mid. They don't have a whole lot of utility here. They've invested into the rifles instead. He comes out. There should be a kill onto Brolin, but somehow he actually wins the duel. But 2 trade back.
Brolin, Flusher, a killer piece, but they get traded, as you said, and now we fall into this. An awkward scenario for MIBR. Fur, full HP. Fallen and Lucas, both quite low. He's the man backstabbing, though. And this could be so critical to the success of the round. Fnatic, they start their great migration over towards the A site. They smoke the cross. They look to try and strike while the iron's hot. But Fur, he's going to do just that from the rear. Punishes the first, but Golden with a deagle. Still performing. Deviates back as well. Grabs a rifle to run absolutely rampant with. They've still got 40 seconds, Tom. So much time to play with. Lucas covers the cross. JW, whilst moving, kills him with a scout. They've opened up the round, and now they've just got to close it down.
Oh dear, but he does miss that one. Fallen only on 26 HP. Golden. Wow, this is an angle that if Fallen checks it, I'll be surprised. He's actually going to go peeking in. He gets stinked, but it's just about stolen by the T side. Again, some impressive plays. It's Golden once more, who seems to be stepping up when they need him. I think the kill onto Fur was impressive. Was that him or Brolin? I think their names are so similar in length that I just get them confused. But one of them just 1D'd him.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to see a tactical pause taken by MIBR. It's not a pretty situation.
Yeah, no, it was Golden with the deagle. That absolutely wrecked him along. It was crisp as well. Crazy round to come in big on. Fnatic finally, pretty quickly, actually make their move back in to being the dominant force in this matchup, as it is 9-8. They've got the map advantage as well after winning Inferno, so this is scary. If they can start adding to this scoreline and really build it up here, they could be close to knocking MIBR out of the Pro League finals.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds have not been clear-cut, though, over the last few, so I'm not going to count out MIBR. The Brazilians with these pistols have been fantastic. Taco, actually one of the leading forces at the moment for their side, is an absolute maestro with the Deeg, so definitely a little bit of a worry there. JW just going to take sheer amounts of map control and the aggression. They check! Nice shot from Taco. He doesn't even have a Deeg this time. He's got the 5-7. There is going to be a trade back, but in return for a dink onto Brolin. Lots of damage being done. In fact, they are getting bogged down. They need to get their move on here. They've got a couple of smokes available to them to make the cross. Flashbang going to be coming through. Taco, oh sorry, Lucas even hits the shot. So many players dying within a matter of seconds. It's starting to get very confusing, but JW, he's caught that kill. In from behind again. He's going to get another. Maybe the UMP's his weapon of choice. As Taco will fall to Crims. 29 kills to his name. A triple again. As he does still lead the board by, what is that, 12 kills? Let's put it this way. If they were allowed to swap one player to their team and on MIBR, I'm pretty sure they'd take him.
It's so ridiculous. It's also quite wild just how many deagle frags MIBR have had. Like, just alone. Or just considering the amount of deagle frags we've had over this entire series as well. You don't normally see this many. JW back on the AWP. Golden with a MAC-10. Oh, he's read the economy. And he's about to read him like a book into the round, but he only gets one.
Why does that always happen? I feel like that happens so much, where you're like, and this is it. He's going to make so much bank, and then it's like, oh, he gets like 2-shot by USP. It's like, where is that elsewhere in the round? Fallen, this would be a great way to make some money. Unfortunately, oh, this man, he's been put down. Still got 31 kills. I'm going to keep just tracking that, by the way, because it's a bit silly.
Oh yeah, it's getting out of hand.
We're going into round 20. So he's still, this is going to be the quickest match of all. He's still averaging about 1.5 kills a round.
Mm-hmm.
That only works because it's round 20.
Yeah. He's doing well, though. God. I mean, it is mad. Like, Crim's coming into this. He's absolutely come into his own on Dust 2. And that's what we needed. I think Fnatic have got such an extra sort of boost, really, from it. Although, KNG could be the one to boost MIBR up into the round here as he capitalizes on Golden. Catches him on the flank. Oh, the angle as well. If he can get behind the smoke, he could have a line of sight towards Brolin. The smoke's going to dissipate as it starts to fade away. Brolin swings wide, gets away with a frag for free though, and survives! KNG fights strong, kills Flusher, Brolin trades it, and it's left to a 3-on-2.
And they're starting to put pressure on Taco as well. Even a 1-for-1 trade here wouldn't be enough. Taco has to go really big in the corner of the site. I think they might expect him to be here. I don't know what JW expected to achieve by jumping there, but well, Crims is going to get the trade, so it doesn't really matter. He can't cross just yet. He's going to wait patiently. I'm sure Brolin has communicated that he has a smoke, and that smoke will make this cross so much easier. At the same time, Fallen, he's been having a good map. He's got his trusty AWP, known as one of the clutch kings. Can he do it for them once again?
Is he going to go for this straight through the smoke? Or will he hold? Peering into it as it does fade. Orp out, ready to punish. He's been detected though, and it won't take much as Crims, he's still on form. 33 frags as Fallen will fall to the ground.
He's currently on a 3 KD.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
See, this is something that I'm gonna teach the viewers at home. If you put all your statistics in at points where it's really simple maths, you never look like an idiot. Unless you explain it like this, in which case it looks like you're a massive idiot.
And this is your only
like
method of coping.
Yeah, exactly. But you never do complicated maths on stream because there's no point.
Yeah.
It doesn't benefit you. Even if you get it right, no one's going to be like, ooh, look
Unless
at
you're
you.
a big brain.
Yeah, but even then people just be like, ooh, look, you can do maths. It's impressive. Whereas doing simple maths, they're like, oh, I knew that one, but...
If you're the smooth brains like us, then, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 33 and 11. Still going to keep pointing out. It is ludicrous how well he is playing, and it's only pistols once again, although, as we mentioned already, the Deeks have been impressive. Looking like they might try and put some early pressure in onto this B site. It's only Taco being there, but he's pretty much renowned for these sort of roles, like being the anchor of a site. The only person with Kevlar on his team, and a 3-man stack on long, or 4 if you include the flash, I think has basically been put in because of how much presence Fnatic have put there over the last few rounds. Crims, however, is going to hear the flash. So I think he knows at least, or has an idea. I wonder if they'll actually spot them if they do go to peek into mid or go on across, because it seems like they've switched their gaze, switched their position. Maybe after being detected, Molotov is going to force them out. But actually, Brolin's the one to take the majority of the damage here. I'm liking how much we're seeing MIBR actually maneuver in this round. Not staying static. Trying not to give away too much information to the T side. And actually whittling down the clock. Now, considering they had no utility going into this, or other than a flashbang, they have managed to waste quite a lot of time, but now comes all the counter utility. This is where Fnatic just look to force them into angles. KNG with a nice shot, but it is going to be quickly traded out. They've got to be careful for the man on the ramp. Lucas not going to be able to connect, and yeah, they've rectified things.
Yeah, from this point forward, it should be smooth sailing, really. They've got control of the site. The bomb's gone down. Fallen, looking to try and do something a little bit cheeky with that USP, but not really a high chance of that. Taco, the last remaining member of the CT side defense, will just squirrel away and bring that Armored Eagle into the next round. 13-8, though, Tom. Fnatic, God, they're looking like they do want to just take this in a swift 2-0.
Yeah, that's not something we ever, well, at least a lot of the time we don't see from Fnatic. A lot of the time it's like a real grind. They have like struggles with one of the maps, lose it, and then it sort of fades away. Whereas last map was a 16-10. At the moment, they seem firmly in the lead here. Like going onto the T side, they've just seemed to get better, and a lot of the close round scenarios have gone their way. Also, I think that a lot of the plays from MIBR just haven't really been working. Like their aggression has been countered. a lot of the picks have gone in the other direction. And as mentioned already, like the clutches just always seem to go the way of Fnatic, which, hey, it's something they're renowned for, but normally you see someone on MIBR step up and do something similar. So eventually it needs to change. Money actually not insane, considering how many rounds they've won. Fallen, though, peeks in and then gets one-tapped by an SG.
Never a good way to start things, but that's definitely one way to try and bring it back. KNG, overkill. Very strong as he's providing overwatch towards mid. He finds that headshot, takes down Crims, the God King. And this is a good pick to find. It could slow down Fnatic enough into the round. JW, does he know there's a man lurking so close to him, hiding in the smoke? It's an awkward confrontation between the two. He nearly turns on him, but Fur will find the kill.
Yeah, Fur, that's been one of the battles that he's been able to win fairly consistently versus JW. He's got aggressive into the long doors on both sides of the map, and it really hasn't been working too well. And most of the aggressive positions he's taken are untradeable positions, so his teammates can't really do anything to try and keep the round level. I think it's definitely a problem. It's always been a part of JW's gameplay, the risk and reward, and obviously when he's playing well, the reward is normally off the charts, but in this game, it's been a little bit questionable, some of the plays. Already, though, looking like they are going to try and split this site once again. Flusher watching for rotations. There is only going to be a man in the form of Fur watching onto short. The real worry at the moment is just the amount of time and the fact that they only have one smoke. They really need to get this kill onto Lucas. And, well, more importantly, get rid of Fur as well. Flashbang going to be strong, and Lucas is going to play off of it, and he gets both kills. Flusher now with very little time and not much hope in this round. It's looking like MIBR are finally back on the board.
Flusher, 1v4, no chance, no time, as he will go down. MIBR, they do at least get that one added to the bank, because rounds are the only commodity right now. This is what they need so dearly to stay alive and keep on trucking here. Not only in this map, but in the entire tournament, as they're fighting for their lives, fighting for survival. And Fnatic, they're looking like the apex predator when it comes to hunting them at the minute.
Still with a decent buy, JW. Oh, almost gets the timing. The Molotov actually didn't even spread far enough to do so much damage. Lucas once again. I'm not sure what's going on. Like this is like 2 or 3 rounds now where I feel like JW has just thrown away a weapon and given away that opening pick far too easily. And again, it's in a position where there's no one able to trade him. Like it's such a high-risk play, and I don't really see the way that he was going to ever win that duel, like peeking out through a smoke. Maybe it just was the barrel of the gun that gave it away. KNG now starting to step up with that AWP. And they've even got a good setup onto this B site as well. Means that getting in is going to be fairly difficult. Counter incendiary thrown out. Taco even going to be ready and set to try and hunt them down through the smoke.
Oh, Golden brought down to 37 HP. Molotov gets thrown out. Fur. It's a cheeky angle. They normally do a lot of damage if they don't suspect it, which they won't. They're caught off guard. Taco. Very nicely done. The transition from Krieg to Deeg as he lays each and every one of them out. 10 rounds now for MIBR. They're starting to add some fuel to the flames.
Yeah, and then the way that these rounds have been going as well, they've been shutting down a lot of the players that have caused them trouble. I think that we need to see some sort of just group up play from Fnatic. I think that there's been a lot of positions where MIBR have taken risks. And I think if they just like maybe go for a blast out short and just try and trade effectively, I think that's where they win a round. Instead, it's been a lot of pick play. Like you note that KNG is able to get the pick on a player through mid. There's also the aggression from JW 2 rounds in a row where he just hands an AWP over. Those are the sort of picks that I don't think they're not benefiting them at all. They're not winning them. So why not try and, well, exactly this. Group up, run in, try and get that bomb down, try and fight back. This round, of course, there's only some pistols, but Crims is still going to be able to get one with a Glock. Lucas, however, really having a step up over the last 2 rounds. Him and Taco just with a shooting gallery to close this one out. And JW would have to do something very impressive to get a kill. It's not going to be happening. It's only 1 man dropped, of course. It's only an eco.
Crims is having a worldie, isn't he? He's still finding frags, even like the worst possible positions they can be in, and rounds that are basically just throwaways to try and grab cash.
Oh, but he's only been 1 in 3 in the last few rounds, you know? The thing is, it's like, you look at that stat of 34 kills, and you're never going to, like, obviously point him out, but most players will slow down at some point.
Yeah.
And considering how close the score has been kept, considering how well he's been playing, it's a definite possibility. Roland does make it out into long. That's one of the things they've been struggling. And I like that they're playing this together this time. Crims. Okay, never mind. He is going to be able to find the kill through the smoke. KNG looking to try and get aggressive. Golden's waiting for it. And KNG is actually going to continue the fight. I'm quite surprised. He's got to be careful of mid. It's going to be the peek in from the top. And, okay, it's a little bit more dicey, but Crims still going. Up to 36. The 40 bomb almost looking inevitable at this point. And I think Taco did just spot him crossing. I think he's a bit wary. But they are going to try and make their way back into the B side. But again, it's JW to fall. I don't think he's had a kill in 4 or 5 rounds now. It's been a struggle. And a bit of a standoff into the round.
They're so fragmented. So far apart from each other. They're going to try and regroup, I'd imagine, over towards long at this point and make their move up towards the A site. They've got about 45 seconds left now as the clock starts to tick through. Fallen. Hard. Holding the angle. Just scoped in, waiting for the push to come around. But Brolin, he's in a good spot. Fallen is ready for it, but depends who's quicker. Fallen will be the one to actually open it up. Punishes, takes him down. Here comes the spam out from Crims, though. He's been so on fire. And he is not cooling off anytime soon. They're able to get the smoke across as well. They can take the site now. 15 seconds left. Lucas, he should spam the smoke here, try and get the pick. He is going to do so. They get the tags on Flusher. That'll be the frag. In the last 10 seconds, Crims will plant. And he's into the 1-on-2. He's had 3 frags. Can he make it the ace and walk away with a round? He starts to fall back, looking for a better angle to play from as he's trying to spray. Lucas advances over to Elevator. He gets the headshot on Taco. It's all into the 1-on-1. Crims, he has been causing mass hysteria on a global scale into the round. Incredible amounts of damage done. And it all falls into this. A 1v1 to save it and get the 14th for Fnatic. And I think he may have just done it. Lucas pushing in, gets killed by the spam. No, he survives it, jumps on a bomb. He's got the kit. He might just grab it in the last second of the round. Somehow he clutches it out. MIBR win the round.
That is unbelievable. Like, it starts to beg the question, like, what more can you do? Like, 4 kills coming in for Crims, even tagging down Lucas right to low HP at the end. And the bomb just couldn't quite do the final job for him, but that is utterly ridiculous. 38 kills, and the round difference is 1. Still, he is 18 kills above anyone else in the whole server. And there is a genuinely good chance that Fnatic will not win this map. This is ludicrous performance from Crims. They feel like a broken record at this point. It's going to be a B play. There is Taco up close. It's going to be important they clear him. He's facing the other way, but avoids the flashbang. Nice kill from Roland at least, and Crims, he's 1 away from 40 now. A bomb should be planted. It's going to be a quick play in. The nade's thrown out, but not really going to do anything. Trying to find something through the smoke, of course. Weaponry still a bit of an issue. But there is another smoke for Crims to throw down. He's going to wait for the timing. Incendiary looking to go down as well to try and deny any further presence. Brolin, he's almost killed off just from that alone. The fact is, though, the CTs are with a lot to do. Fur, he does have a lot of utility on his back. That's going to be the Incendiary bounced over. That will force Crims out of the close angle. He's going to have to push in, but he still gets the kill. 40 on the board now. Brolin and JW need to try and hold on here. In fact, it's just JW left. AWP in hand. He misses the shot once again. That's been the story of his game, and they're just going for the defusal here. They've got it once more. These rounds, they're so close for Fnatic, but they can't quite grind them out.
He's got the 40 bomb, but they're not getting the rounds. And that is what is really going to be rough for Fnatic. 13-13, MIBR, they've brought it back. Shown incredible resilience the entire way through. They've stepped up to the mark where Crims is towering above everyone else. His teammates, they're not giving any support, Tom. He needs help. and he just isn't getting it. This is a lot faster paced though, a different approach as well. Straight out through mid, they've already established control of it. Smoke goes down, there's the molly follow-up. Fur trying to jump on the box, he's a little bit lost, he doesn't quite know what's going on. He's taking a fair bit of damage and he will die at the Crims.
Oh, JW's found a pick elsewhere on the map as well. He finally wins that battle over into long. Fallen is going to be there to turn things back. He's been having a decent game. It's obviously not the player we've been watching, but there comes another one for KNG. Crims just going to be throwing out the Molotov, and this round has started to slip away. JW, he had the bomb. Again, it's such a risky play coming out from JW that I don't really understand. He's now given the CT side not only a man advantage, Crims clinical once again. I don't even know what a record is in kills in a map in regulation. I know Nifty got 50, but that was in OT. Crims is on 42. He's finally going to be put down and leaves it onto the youngster of Brolin. KNG spotting him out, and well, it's going to be close, but he will survive. Knowing that the bomb's still in long, it will be the turnaround.
1v2 on the cards. Brolin jumping for joy as he turns the corner, nearly the aerial. Headshot, but it wasn't meant to be. KNG will kill him. 14th round picked up from MIBR. They now have the lead. And Fnatic use their first pause of the entire game here on Dust 2. Finally. Crims, 142 ADR,
okay.
42 frags.
It is the record.
Really?
Peter has just tweeted that in regulation, 40 kills versus Liquid is the record. That was on the 15th of December, 2017.
Wow.
Crims has a few more rounds to go, and he's already on 42.
This is crazy. He literally has been having a worldie the entire time.
Oh, he has had the best performance of anyone ever in regulation, and he's losing! It doesn't make any sense. Like, what more can this man do? My beautiful bald brother is suffering at the moment.
He needs help, Tom. No one's giving it. JW's been losing these fights towards long. Brolin, he's had little bits of impact here and there, but he can't win out on the clutches. Golden goes down to open it up. There goes Brolin. This could be match point, and Crims, he's still trying his damnedest. Another headshot onto Lucas. What more can this man do?
This is ridiculous. Peek out. It's looking like he's going to need another big round if they're even going to stand a chance. Flusher falls. Maybe they're just trying to get him to hit the record at this point, because the amount of individual peaks we're seeing coming in from Fnatic, this is some of the most disjointed Counter-Strike. Like, leave the fact that Crims is doing what he's doing and just look at the rest of the team. There's been so many lost jewels over this round even alone. Now JW's lurked out. He knows, or has an idea at least. Surely KNG is going to be getting this kill onto him. He's not even looking in the right direction, just still trying to be patient, turns his gaze, and actually, he's done a lot of damage, needs the kill and finds it. He's given an opportunity. Now, Fur's still in the pit. It seems like JW is aware that someone could be around this angle. The footsteps are going to be heard as well by Crims, as he should be able to make his way up onto short. This battle on long could be what decides the round if JW still knows he's here, but he could even just hide in the corner, try and allow for his teammate to get the bomb down. He needs to check right below him. That's the freebie. JW finally steps up, and now they can look to get that bomb on the site.
It's a 2v2. It means so much. This really could essentially decide the game right here. Nades traded between either side. Crims backing off as the smokes and HEs will roll in. He's looking towards short. He hasn't realized Fallen's jumped in, but Fallen takes so much damage. The tick from the Molotov burning him. They boost up tackle. Crims barely stays alive on 3 HP. Killed as he's wall banged. And now it just comes down to this. The lone wolf, the superstar sniper of JW, who has to try and punish them as they'll head over towards the bomb. Still paranoid about his location. They flash out for Fallen to face it. Fallen falls, and it's all on Taco. He can't do it. 14-14 Fnatic. They bring it back.
And that was all JW. Like we've been singing the praises of one man, of course, but JW with an important 4K, maybe the most important one of the entire map, as he's now going to do serious amounts of damage to the CT economy. The winner of this next round could genuinely be the winner of the entire map, as it will set both teams' economy relatively low. Of course, MIBR have been on a comeback, so there's a bit of loss bonus here. But what a time for JW to come alive. and a quick play potentially coming into the B side. There's going to be a smoke going down. flusha just looks to expect another tackle. He's got a lot to do. He gets one through the smoke, but he falls. And that's not a bad trade all in all. KNG left blind. Smoke going to be going down. He's just looking for that timing shot. It's not going to be happening, and already JW holding on the rotation. That's an impactful kill. Maybe even the decision to just save at this point. They've still got an AWP. They could even retrieve, I think, the extra rifle that was in tunnels. I think that's what they're going to have to do. Fnatic are going to get their 15th round onto the board. And MIBR are going to have to fade away.
Finally, when he needs them the most, his teammates start stepping up around him. Fnatic living it large now. Crims is living his movie. He's living in MIBR's head rent-free, Tom. That's match point. The 15th round, finally, barely achieved for Fnatic. But can they close it down, or is this going to overtime?
Well, unfortunately for all the people watching for those statistics, the 50 bomb in regulation is now impossible. Now, he's broken a record. I don't think he's really going to care by how much, as long as they win.
Yeah, it's
48 is the max. But dear Lord, has this been a performance? If it was to go to overtime, well, we can then start looking at other records maybe, but nonetheless, let's see whether or not MIBR are going to be able to cling on. I've been talking about other things, but the fact is this could be their last round in the whole tournament if something doesn't change. I'm liking the slowdown as well. Like, JW is getting caught off an awful lot from these aggressive long plays, and I think maybe finally learning his lesson. Golden's going to be the one watching it. Flashbang over the top will leave KNG without vision for now. And they will force Fur out of position. He takes a lot of damage, but it's not a kill. This battle could be everything. Lucas in an aggressive position. Flashbang comes through. It's avoided. Crims! He gets his 44th. The stats still going strong, and more importantly, an entry into long. He has taken a lot of damage in return, but that's one of the only rifles that was there. In fact, I think the only worthwhile rifle, at least. The AWP, at least, is still standing, although it has been spotted by JW.
JW. He's finally come into form in the last few rounds of the game here. Spots out Taco as he's shifting his way across towards mid. Lands the shot, kills him. Golden goes out on a bit of a suicide mission towards mid. He gets the information, but that's all he's going to get. He's now dead. Left laid out on the ground. And here comes the B play. It's been slowly developing over the course of the round. This is what it comes down to. KNG looks to try and be the defender of the site. The breaker of dreams as he gets the double kill, the collateral, and it's all left on JW.
It's done. He doesn't have the time. There's absolutely nothing he can do. We're heading into overtime here as KNG, out of absolutely nowhere, just pulls out a worldie of a round. It's been an incredible match in regulation. Back and forward all the way, but overtime is where we've been taken here. And just look at, like, this round in general. This has never should have gone back. KNG, that was the perfect time. Yeah. It couldn't have been any better for him. But we're not done yet.
It's the game that just keeps on giving. Fnatic, they were one round away from knocking MIBR out of the tournament, but now we go into overtime, where MIBR must fight for their survival. First and 19 to pick up the win on Dust 2. Is this going to be the 2-0 series that Crims has been fighting for over the course of this entire game? Or will MIBR take us to our third and final map? Only time will tell, Tom. Brolin looking for the pick towards short Fur. He's pushed out quite aggressively. Jump spot does give him the read. He chucks out the Molotov. A trade of grenades. Unfortunately for Fur, the HE bounces back and lands on the box rather than doing damage. Oh, talking of damage though, Fallen. A fast face and a heavy hit.
Interesting to see that Crims has now decided to pick up the AWP. Not a weapon we've seen him use in regulation, but who knows at this point. KNG is going to be watching that cross if they do opt to try and make their way into the A site, and it has to be said, although they have had a very good game, they were firmly in the driver's seat, and they did let it slip and let MIBR back into the match. Even if it was close in a lot of the rounds, and Seen some ridiculous plays, but this is where the move begins. Fur, he's getting so aggressive, just looking for the moment to find those kills as they come running into his crosshair. He's only going to drop one, and Crims through the smoke picks him off, but still the CT side remain with the advantage. KNG holding that cross, looking for more picks, but he misses. Crims is going to be able to get that bomb down. Not important for money, but it will buy them some time. Flusher is only going to be able to get one, and Taco puts down the Maestro. It will be the lead taken now for MIBR. Looking to take it to that third and final map. An important start.
They want one more map, and they're going to get another round. The 16th finally picked up. It went the full 30. It took us to overtime. And MIBR dominate into that round, looking very good on the clutch. A double up setup in play going forward as well. Still going to be able to carry that out. They've also recovered 2 Kriegs, so that's an extra edge in their arsenal. That's not good at all.
Well, this time the challenge for long isn't going to be something thrown in fur, though. Oh, the timing is perfect for him, but he's not going to be able to capitalize. Golden's the one that's looking to try and challenge into long up against a Krieg. You have to feel like they should hit the shot. The flash is good, and actually Brolin does manage to get the opener, but look at the damage done in return. So much, and while Golden, he picks off another. We've spoken about players having big rounds. This could be one of them. As they look to just barrel their way onto the side, they still have the utility available. Fur going to make his way back to try and hold back the long pressure, and Flusher just domes another. Leaves only Fur and Taka remaining, of course. They're going to be fighting this. It's OT. They've got loads of money, and why the hell not? But there you go. Golden, he's had that big round we spoke about. Leaves just Taka remaining. The nade is going to do a little bit of damage, but ultimately, he might just want to save the Krieg.
He's looking to see what he can get from this. The exit frags being the ideal point. Crims in the air. Quite high up, left himself very susceptible. He was in quite a frightening height, and he just slammed back down to reality. Taco doing so much work. He's still got time. He's got a kit. He's had a 4K into the round. This could be the dream scenario for him. He sneaks onto the bomb. JW is left in a 1v1. He's got to go for the jump shot, but there's no possibility for it. Taco takes the round. What on earth?
I honestly thought at a point in that he was just going to save the Krieg. Was that 1v3?
Yeah, and everything just went right.
That is massive for MIBR. They now get 2 rounds on the CT side, the side that, I don't know, I think it's arguable which team struggled more on, but in the early rounds, we were looking at a 5-0 scoreline when it came to the T side for Fnatic.
Didn't we literally have an 8-7 half?
Yep.
So that's what I mean. Like, this has been so back and forth. T side, I feel like they were let down a little bit just by long control. After the first couple of rounds where it did work, there was an adaptation from MIBR. Since that point, they just weren't able to do anything. It looks so fragmented. It's rough, though, Tom. And this is not a good position to be in at all. They haven't been able to pick up a round yet in OT. They need one soon.
I'm surprised we don't even see Fnatic just go for like a load of AWPs and try and do damage down mid. This money's not going to go anywhere. You don't get to take it into the next. Nonetheless, nade is going to be going out, just some counter utility early into the round. Smoke going to be falling to allow the cross KNG. Potentially going to get a little bit aggressive here, watching for Golden, but can't find anything just yet. Incendiary still denying what looks to be a play towards the B side. A nice shot from Fallen to start things off. I think they now know that they have to make this play, and they have to make it soon. Taco, he was so fantastic in the last round. Can they recreate this here? The rotation already looking to come in. The spray a little bit wild, but so much damage being done. They've been stuck in the mud, and this is looking perfect. Fur just sprays down 3. And leaving JW all on his own. He does manage a couple back, but that is all she wrote. 18-15. MIBR with an awesome fight back. And now Fnatic have to create this once again. They have to do it themselves.
Goddamn. Fur. The spray down of a lifetime. A huge, huge hat trick. And a fantastic way to round out the first half. They need 19 rounds to win it in overtime. They've had a flawless first half on their CT side. They now move back over to the T half here. Fnatic, it's do or die. MIBR, if they win this, they're going through to our third and final map at Decider, splitting the series 1-1 apiece. Here at the Pro League Finals, live from Odense. Tom, this is going to be a rough ride for Fnatic. Here comes the bombardment. Golden. Golden actually finding the opener. Crims as well, assisting as KNG goes down. Here comes Golden into the fold. He's had his lips removed by Lucas, but they're into a 3-on-2.
Utility going to be expended to at least try and hold them back. The spam through. Not quite connecting. And that nade might actually kill off Crims. Not quite. Didn't land where they wanted it to. Crims managed to get just around the corner. More smokes being expended. It's getting troublesome in the terms of time. How are they going to get back into this one? Creating a little bit of a smoke wall to try and get themselves back into the site. More being expended, and the bomb still ticking away. Fallen just waiting for this play with Lucas alongside him. And they've run out of utility. They just have to go into the site now. The flashbang's going to land right in his face. That should be the chance to kill him. Fallen actually hits the shot, and Flusher, he's going to put them down in the end. He should just about have this defusal, and Fnatic keep it going. This is 16th, but damn was it close.
The edge of our seats on that one. They somehow save it. It looked like it was going to be MIBR to win it, and no. In the last few moments, Fnatic, they dominate in the round. The double-up setup comes back out to play as well. JW with one, Golden with the other. A Krieg that has been snatched is given to Brolin. And he'll be wielding it to try and cut his way through MIBR. 18-16, JW, CT side previously. He was pretty damn effective when they tried to push towards it. Can he do it once more? Golden, he's got to be the defender of mid, but Lucas, he's already pushed through. He's done an awful lot of damage onto Flusher as he's tried to flush him out. Crim spams back. It's a smoke warfare right now as the nades are what are doing the most damage. Fallen up from 22 HP. Here comes Brolin to the party. He'll find a headshot on KNG and wants one more as he tries to take a bite out of Taco.
This is all about the trigger discipline. Decides not to go for it. Maybe not sure if he'll be able to get the kills. Just looks to hold onto the site instead. As his teammates are going to go rotating. They've completely given up a nice shot, though. That's actually going to be the bomb dropped, at least for a moment. Taco just trying his best to retrieve it. There is a second player up there. They've got to be careful. He's going to be holding on to mid as they do look to cross, and Taco's going to connect that shot as well. Now it's a question of where they go. Do they even know that Flusher's here? That's the problem. I think they do. It's going to be walking back. This is a question of timing. Fur comes around the corner and he gets that kill as well. It's left all onto Brolin. Can he catch them before they get to the site? I don't think so. But at least both players are tagged.
35 and 37 HP. Still paranoia in their minds. They're dubious. Unsure of where Brolin is exactly. And they've left him some time to work with, but it won't matter. Taco closes down the game.